All right, so what's my most favorite story in basketball? When you have that many years, is a little bit challenging. Let's see. This isn't my favorite. I kind of know what I'm going to say, but let me give you a couple. Being in at that time, it was called Wachovia, when Larry Brown came back for the first time after going to Detroit, because I started the year after he left. So just to look around, and I'm 20-some years old, and wow, like I'm a part of this. And Coach Brown came up and shook my hand, didn't know me from Adam. Years ago, there was some talk that Coach Brown was supposed to come into Canada basketball. Oh my God, I wish he did instead of the jerk that we got. We would have been practicing every day though. We got to smell the gym, right? Smell the gym. What else? Went to first strip club when, I'm not gonna name the player. We kind of snuck out of the hotel. Looking back, I'm not sure that was a thing, but given who the player was, he probably didn't want anybody to see where we were going. That was in Huntsville, Alabama. It was in the preseason, and Huntsville was one of the D-League cities. Went back to that strip club, been there twice. I have no idea if it's still there. In the playoffs, the baseline is like 4 or 5 deep of media with photographers, whereas during the regular year, it's only 1. At that time, sometimes I would sit on the floor with the ball boys because I would prefer to do that. When you see an NBA game now, they would never do this. You know, so we're at the corner, Allen fell in, and in my mind, I just got up because he's like 3 or 4 deep, the ball's going the other way. I remember reaching my hand into this sea of cameras and these cameramen, and Allen grabbed my hand, and like we just locked on eyes. And I remember not only helping him out of the crowd, but then I did an Irish whip, like wrestling, and threw him back onto the court. Everybody's like laughing. He looks back, and that was awesome. All right, here's my best story. It's also with Allen Iverson. I have no idea where we were, but we get out of the hotel. Allen comes up to me, and he takes his thing off, and he's like, "Chuck Wagon, hold this." And I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with this, because this is a major piece of jewelry, and we're outside. If you were within 3 miles, you saw this piece of jewelry. Just hold on to it, just hold on to it. Of course, there might have been some other words in that language. So I take it, and I crumple it up to chain, and I'm holding on, and I put it in my pocket, and I keep my hand in my pocket, and I'm looking around. Everybody laughing at me. A minute or two later, he's like, yo, where's my thing? And he didn't call it his thing. And I'm like, yo, don't ever effing make me do that again. Here. He's like, yo, how much were you holding? And I'm like, dude, don't even tell me. I don't want to hear it. He's like, 120. The next slide, that's the exact chain that I had in my pocket.